Good job.
That's getting saved.
I come back to someone just using the redeem of good job.
No, that was my soundboard.
Fucking
Math
yes.
broke the stream. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely yep, it's definitely getting there.
No worries. It's also gonna break the game as well. If we can let the tail get back.
I'm going to throw
I'm
something.
really. Oh, you could throw a Berserker's Act at us.
If I do that, I'm also throwing a vengeful blade at you.
Woo!
Angry
I love
Grandiasha.
loot.
Okay,
I love loot.
what did you roll on the D100, Nyla?
An 8. So divided in half, that's a 4.
I ended up throwing my my pen. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. And we've got
Number
one
3
more.
left.
Yep, 3. James.
Oh no. Alrighty. What am I on? D100?
Yep, D100 for me.
Come on, Lapis. This will be fun. Cocked. 66.
66. Ooh.
No, not high, but it's an interesting roll. I like 66. And of course, my next roll, if I have to roll again, so 50.
Very interesting.
Stop it. What gem or what stone dice to get next? Malachite? Malachite could be fun.
This definitely could have been a lot worse.
Which means it could also be a whole lot
Reassuring.
Oh.
Very reassuring.
Definitely could have been a whole hell of a lot worse.
James, you're using lapis dice?
better. Yes,
I am
love
also using lapis dice.
Lapis dice are amazing. I love them to death.
I love them. They're great. They're really cool. Like they make cool clicky noises.
Clickety clacks.
Click, click.
Love the clickety clacks.
I personally, I like this. I don't like the sound. I like the weight. I love the look of it. I am paranoid when I roll them together because who knows what can happen. For example,
Wonderful.
this is why you need to take care of your quartz dice.
Wonderful.
They break.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Jeez.
Okay. So.
Oh crap! No! But no, Miss, no, please no. No.
So.
Speaking of Tiamat, I don't yet. I'm not willing
After
to spend
taking the
$500.
time to make your way down the stairs, each of you find yourself standing in a small hall. Not in the same sense of a hallway, but almost like the throne room. It's a larger hall than a hallway, but it's still an empty space with 2 columns that hold up the ceiling. Across from this staircase stands the ghost, Eddie, the spirit that had led you here. He stands before a massive circular door. Dwarven, elven, human, and draconic can all be seen on this doorway. different hints of different types of people, all working on the same door. And in the center, a large circular gem. Clear. Almost like a diamond.
Beautiful.
But easily the size, in diameter, of Dwindle.
I want to hug it.
It lays flush in the wall, and around it are the different circles of this very large door. Eddie looks to you all and nods quietly. I am trusting you with the family's vault, hoping that you will help me to give it back to the family it belongs.
Stepping, but that's hard because I called for this, but same point there is a city is apparently they claim to it.
I ask that you help me to keep it from that city. The Lionheart name must still be out there. Even if we are no longer kings and queens, we are still nobility. At the very least. And if not, then whoever stole that title from us needs to learn that the Lionhearts will not stay down.
Take a kitty down and gets back.
I do have a question. Have you been tracked? Can you feel the others? Because there's another group here that kind of led us here, and the kind of ones who discovered the place in the first place. They're gonna need some convincing.
I do not feel anybody. I'm not part of the castle. I'm simply held here.
Sorry, I thought before you missed being a bit ghosty. You could, sense the living. My bad for assuming.
Well, I'm glad that you asked for my help in that, but, sadly no. I simply came across you all by chance, actually.
I don't know how the kids in Canada not wanting to take anything back. So that was their whole plan.
So real quick, was that staircase the only way in?
That
To this area?
staircase is, in fact, the only way in besides magically. And even then, there is a barrier on the vault that my family has paid to have placed on it. You cannot teleport directly into the vault. You must teleport into this holding space here.
Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Maybe we just don't tell them about it. That might be easier, honestly.
What they don't know won't hurt them.
Exactly.
You really think they're gonna leave without trying to find anything?
Oh no, they have 5 days. We still have 4 days here for time.
He told us we have to go. We can take a long rest and then we have to go.
I know. I'm just saying what is for the schedule. Morals.
We do. Would it be possible to take something small from the vault and say that's all we found? And bring it to them so they know.
If you all will accept my favor and find...
Yeah, I think we already accepted.
right here, the man out.
Always up for a challenge.
Though the favor I ask includes finding a lion heart, the rest of the favor is what I did not disclose.
There's more.
Inside,
Yes.
there is an item that my family found great pride in creating. Our knights were known as very powerful beings that could smite the undead. It allowed both trapping and the annihilation of those that would remain here. I believe it is why I am still here.
So you want it destroyed?
I ask that you destroy it, so that I may finally move on.
Now or after we find your family?
I do
That
not
might
need.
be it.
I do not need to know those that have come after me. They would not know of me anyway. Unless it was by some stroke of luck that some miracle has allowed the knowledge of my name to be passed down to them. But I simply wish to be free of this stone tomb. I will tell you how to destroy the item here. And
What if we take the item with us? Will you come with us?
I do not know.
That could be fun.
Yeah, you can come with us. You can help us find your family. That'd be
Wonder
10
if
times
Mike's
easier.
cold?
Yeah, at least then you can actually see everything that's happened since then. Because if you're bound by an item, you're gonna go with the item. Real thing is making sure the other group doesn't take the item.
Yeah, they're gonna be really suspicious of that. Man.
Maybe
I
Nyla will
mean, I
send
do.
the ring.
I mean,
Nyla.
I do have something that maybe I can give them, and they'll take. I know you also have those books. Maybe they can take those instead of the item that you're bound to.
Roll a persuasion check. Mm-hmm. With
Ah,
advantage.
yes.
With advantage, your friends have helped. The DC is still high, but
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's what I thought. I have a negative of 1.
however, you were the one that brought up the idea of being the ones to take the item.
It's a 19. It's a 19. Yes. Yes. You are good to me. Thank you. I'm so glad I lost my other dice at this point. Mwah.
He looks over each of you. Though I do not know if it would be of any help. If you believe that you all could use the item, whether I am dragged along or not, I am certain that seeing the world now versus what it was would create far more happy memories for me.
The more sad ones.
Nah. It'll be interesting nonetheless. What is said item, and who do you want carrying said item?
I will let you all decide amongst yourselves who will carry me, but the item I can show you. As he then raises his hand to his side, the side that the door happens to be on, and he places his hand in the center of the gym. And there's not a reaction at first, until suddenly around the gym from the very bottom, a circle of light begins to appear around the edge, and it starts to slowly go around, almost like a loading, but it wraps around. And as it does, you notice all of the different rings have writing that appear: Dwarven, followed by Elven, followed by Draconic. Those that understand Dwarven, as one of you happens to, you can read what it says, as it's a very old version of Dwarven, but Dwarven nonetheless. We place our faith and our hammers in the king. Do any of you understand Elven?
Yes.
Okay, those that can read
do
Elven.
not.
Those that can read Elven read as the Elven begins to light up. We place our faith and our bow towards the king. And can any of you read Draconic? One of you can? And Nyla can, but Nyla can't read at the moment. In
Slam the
Draconic,
door, let me out.
in Draconic, you can read a very feral version of Draconic. One of the original Draconics, more than likely. It's almost similar to the Draconic that they use for spells. But in Draconic, you read, our claws and the elements are bound to the king.
God, this place fall. He's got dragons on their side as well.
And as the words finish, you hear a loud
Oh, sweet, sweet goodness.
as the door then releases so much pent-up air that it actually causes a blowback before it then begins turning. Each section turning on its own, each section at different speeds, the Elven being second fastest, Draconic being fastest, Dwarven being slowest, and in the center where the diamond rests, the diamond sinks in and begins spinning as well, before the door then slowly opens, each ring disappearing into the floor as it does, before all that's left is a small tower that leads up to the center that holds the diamond, that then sinks into the floor slowly. And as it opens, you can see behind the door thousands upon thousands of gold in these piles. Among the piles, platinums all over the place. And the ghost of Eddie slowly turns and steps inside.
Is this comparable to Flame and Broth stores, or one of the vaults, one of the many, many vaults?
This by itself probably equals to about 2 or 3.
Oh, good heavens!
However, unlike
Just-
Flamin' Broth, this one also happens to have a few things. As you look around, there are though there are a number of items that of course look to have monetary value, there are a number of artworks that rest on the wall, each of them looking extremely expensive, easily due to craftsmanship. There are also items on small pillars, little platforms, just to show the item in its own little designated space.
Is
Eddie then chooses to walk over to a few of these pillars and a few of these display cases, and he then reaches in and grabs 5 of these items before walking over to you 3 and holding them out to you. You see in this small collection, he hands a mandolin, two spell scrolls, and 2 potions. Each of these items give off magic. You can feel the magic coming off of them.
So Dwindle's not holding it. Got it.
The
The windows look
potions-
around.
The potions
None
do
of these
not
are
give off
interesting to
magic.
me.
The potions are magic, as you can clearly tell. However, they don't give off magic. It just is they're normal potions. However, you can see one of them is yellow and actually looks as though it has small sparks floating through the water. The other seems to be a light purple with almost like a dark mist kind of floating throughout it. I'm not sure if these will be of any help, but I would like to offer these to you all as a means of good faith. A thank you.
Can I pause real quick?
Dwindle's just like,
Mhm.
none of these interest me.
Leonhardt pulling an Aslan from Narnia. You know how he's like, he bestows like the bow and arrow.
Oh, I forgot.
The lion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Technically, that's Father Christmas.
Oh well, it was. Never mind. But still, it's funny.
it's still good.
Yeah, Barbarian's looking down there like, I do not benefit from any of these except potion, but oh wait, I hate magic! Great! Woo!
Would you like to say that to him? Would
That's just rude though.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do it.
It's up to Dwindle. However, Dwindle would be.
Dwindle
Oh,
does.
Ramoon?
I have no use of these or have any idea what they do. But this is a mighty store, though. No, it's
Well.
appreciably mighty store.
I would like you to roll a persuasion. Dwindle.
No, he said, I forgot to mention, he's like, but I'm sure the others will find great use of these. That is surprisingly good for Dwindle. That's a 15, straight up, because there's no bonus. He's just looking around appreciatively at that horde. I would-
Eddie kind
would-
of looks
please.
to Dwindle specifically, and he nods. You dwarves truly never change. I assume you'd like something much more physical.
Physical, but no need. It's just
No. I have something that may help. It's been sitting here and won't help me any, and I'm sure it won't help anyone else without me leading them here. So, I have no use for it to stay sat down here.
no. I was mostly joking around.
you all rolled D100s towards the end of last session, remember?
Oh.
The D100s were for interactions, encounters. I mixed a few of them because some of them blended well. The painting was supposed to be a cursed painting encounter. It was basically you roll a wisdom save or you get trapped in the painting for a number of hours or something like that. The other one, it was you encounter a spirit that may or may not be friendly based off of how the party reacts to them. It can also be a battle encounter if necessary. And then the other is, it was something along the lines of, it was like a local, if possible, gives directions, something like that. It was a small encounter basically just to kind of give you a reason to be there in the land, and I was like, so I mixed a few, and so you got a painting that had a local in it that would be willing to give you directions that
That's fun.
happened to be a spirit. So I thought about it and was like, the only locals that I can think of that would still be here are spirits that were here when the kingdom was here. What spirits come to mind? The royal family. Okay.
It's just sheepishly looking around like, oh, I said something I shouldn't have.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is the item that I'm looking for?
Explain item. Actually, don't explain item. I can't help with this. Or I don't want to feel. I just feel bad.
I'm trying to find the item that I had in mind because one of you actually got really close to rolling it.
Dwindle wants to make a chair. Out of coin, just. It's just always fun. Think about 100 years of war. How much coin the dwarves have got just from making weapons and armor.
You said you're from Flammenbroth, correct?
Aye.
If I remember correctly, Flammenbroth had just begun its expansion into that mountain to the far east. And I must ask, do you remember anything of the original kingdom?
Do I? History. That was a cocked. That is a 14, 15.
You have no idea what he's talking about. You're pretty certain that Flammenbroth was supposed to be the original city.
Everyone from above has always existed. You were here first.
There was a dwarven city before you all that supported us here in the north. Sadly, they were the ones that were prey of the white dragon.
Yeah.
But before they departed, they offered us something that you may find interesting.
This room and all this stuff looks interesting already.
This was a gift from the dwarves.
And And a mighty fine one it should be. Kingly it should be. If so, you shall keep it.
In good faith, I would like to give it to you so that you may spread knowledge of the original kingdom that came. And possibly so that Flammenbroth might bring those that may still be alive or related to those that did support with us back to your people.
Oh, they might know something.
I'll be right back. And you actually watch as he floats off once again. However, as he's floated off, you look around and you notice there are a few more pedestals. However, one seems to stand out the most. In the center of the room is a pedestal that lifts up a little higher than the others. And in it sits what looks to be some kind of bracelet. Very beautiful, clean gold bracelet with a pure diamond set in the very base, a smaller one right behind it, and an even smaller one right behind that. It almost looks like a claw that goes up the back of the arm.
Cool. That's cool.
It looks draconic in make.
So chunky.
And it comes up the hand in 3 large claws that just kind of set against the back of the hand carefully. And it exudes an extremely powerful magical radiance.
Would I recognize like the base function of it?
You're just sitting there looking at it. Oh, this is pretty. No touchy, just looking. Appreciating good craftsmanship when he sees some stuff. So he's probably looking around all this area.
Absolutely in
I-
awe.
I just continues to stare at it,
Actually, kind of
wanting
really
badly to touch it.
What is Kiv doing? Oh no!
Oh no, not
Oh,
even Kim.
Yeah, we're all flabbergasted by the room. We have lost all track. Oh no! What is the rogue doing?
Um, evens or odds?
What?
Oh no! we're just both of us looking at the same so pretty. Am I right? Look at the craftsmanship.
Mhm.
How far
Wow.
into the vault is it?
It's in the center.
It's in the center. Are we even inside the? Are we like outside the vault?
You're all
We're
in the
outside,
vault
right?
now.
Oh, we all are.
Yes,
Oh.
he has led you all
Okay.
into the vault, and you all are standing halfway between the door and the center from when he had floated off, and it seems Odile and Dwindle have gotten a little closer to look at it a little bit more closely. But the
Oh, I'm like right up on there.
Yep.
Without touching it.
Evens or odds?
I believe Odile said odds.
Odds. Hmm. Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
This is a
She's
mess.
right up on it, and she's like, "What about this one?" And she's got her hands on the glass.
Eddie returns with his hands behind his back, but he stands behind you all. That is the item that I wish for you all to destroy or take.
Oh.
No
What's
offense,
it-
but this is, I can see your pride. Your family pride in this. This thing's marvelous.
We were assisted. We call it the Golden Claw, or for those that it hunted, the claw of the gold dragon Tamir.
We must write this down.
Gold Dragon Tamir.
Oh. Gold dragon?
Yes. He was a close family friend of ours, and a wonderful magic user. I believe his library is somewhere down here.
Yes, they found it earlier.
Just
Hides the books.
well, the books are hurting. The backpacker's like, oh
I'm,
yeah, we found that.
Well, I'm glad that somebody did, as I am certain that he would wish his knowledge to be spread, as he did himself quite a bit.
Does he make the
Nonetheless.
face that you made? Because
He's far more eccentric, is the word I will use nicely.
he must have really liked spreading his knowledge.
I hope that he is alive and well, but nonetheless,
Actually, crap that. If we could find this gold dragon, what now?
Tamir.
His name is Tamir.
DM the
So-
players Tamir. Tamir.
T-A-M. Gotcha.
He probably, if he is still alive, would be our best bet for finding Lionheart.
If you could find Tamir, not only would you find more than likely a Lionheart, I'm certain you would find far more of an amazing ally than any of us realize. Other than myself, of course.
No,
Yeah,
not
take it out of the
ally.
box.
A quite good acquaintance. And hopefully friend. You share a lot of information I find interesting.
Tamir
You sure?
is somebody that my family has great pride in knowing. He is a wonderful, wonderful being. And
Is
if
he
you have
old?
questions, I am certain he has an answer.
Was he old back then?
He did not show us his true age. When he took on a human form, he took on a form close to my father's age.
Wait, what? Wait, did you just say like dragons can transform into humans?
Well, yes.
Oh, polymorphs.
Start sweating. Why magic?
I continue staring at it. Can I take it out of the
Question.
glass?
questioning life.
If you wish for me to take it out of the glass, then it is yours to take. As he then reaches through it, grabs the claw, and slowly pulls it out, and carefully holds it out to Odiel.
Carefully take it from him. Thank
As-
you.
It's probably the best option.
And for our dwarven friend, though none of the items I gave you all are truly helpful, I'm certain.
Oh no, they look helpful. I don't know what any of them do.
This one might be helpful to you.
Mhm.
As he then pulls a warhammer from behind him.
A warhammer. Okay.
However,
Interesting.
you look at this item and you notice the almost royal dwarven craftsmanship upon it. The amount of detail and painstaking labor that went into this is
Does
likely
he
at
s-
least 2 dwarves' lifetimes.
Dwindle's looking down. Does he see adamantine? There's gotta be adamantine. No? No?
However, you do notice runes on it.
cleric dwarven runes? Oh no.
You're not sure.
Mm.
They don't look like cleric dwarven runes, but they do appear
I
to
gotta
be
roll,
dwarven runes.
crap. 94. He is kind of baffled at it. He's struggling. Just he's like, in the sports of he doesn't feel like he's he eventually does take it. He's like, ew.
You can now add a dwarven thrower to dwarven.
Oh gosh, I had an idea that was it, but no, no.
You can add dwarven thrower to Dwindle's item.
Oh crap! Shoot. Really?
Yeah.
It was between two items. I'm like, there's no way he's giving me that. It was both options that came to mind. There's no way. Oh, this is by far one of my favorite items in the game. Oh no.
For those that don't know, both player and watchers, what I've basically given him is the ability to be Thor without the thunder and lightning.
It gave the he gave the barbarian a range option besides a javelin.
Oh my god.
Oh, now we get some more.
Oh no!
No.
I have become, oh dear.
Well, you
Oh.
asked me how I could try and help you balance your subclass to make it a little stronger. Well,
Yep.
I'm not gonna go. I'm very lazy, so I'm not gonna go through all the effort of trying to nitpick the subclass itself as you level up. But I am going to try and make you as a character a little stronger as you level.
This is a little stronger.
Yeah.
This isn't a little. This is a.
Well, it's only a
This is-
little stronger. It really is just a ranged option instead of a melee option.
Sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll take your word for it. I'll take your
Yeah,
word for it.
keep your
You
mouth
me
shut,
both. We both know this is a horrible feat to give me, but thank you.
Don't worry. There's a reason.
Oh god.
And
I will kill anybody who tries to steal this thing. Oh. It's a very rare item.
you also have other items that you all can use. So, for this, May,
Hello.
you still have the ring, correct?
No,
Or
Odile has it.
is oh, it is Odile. That makes this so much easier.
Yeah, it's around my neck.
Wonderful. Odile,
Yeah.
as you're holding this item, do you try to put it on? Are you going to try and use it? Are you going to try and examine it? What happens? What are you doing?
I'm gonna
The ring?
continue to examine it and then eventually put it on.
Okay.
The claw?
Mm-hmm.
Claw.
The claw.
Please don't destroy
from
the claw. I want to keep the spirit with us.
I want to keep him too, but at the same time, I'm thinking about the size. Does it change? Does it adapt to her size? Because I imagine this scene is like literally this 1.5 times larger than her.
As she
So if
puts
it's
it
too
on,
big, I'll give it to me.
as Odile puts it on, as it is a magical bracelet, it adheres to her size.
Dwindle.
However, as it adheres and then fixes to her hand, the ring around her neck begins to glow with a very deep purple hue.
No.
Do I notice this? It's underneath my shirt.
Book's X. pull us both out. No. Next level, I'm going into marsh. I'm going back into fighter, and then I can change my fighting style.
And as this happens, the ghost of Eddie looks to Odile, slightly confused, and huh, that's strange. Before suddenly a wave of energy bursts around Odile for a moment. Nyla is thrown from the ring.
Does it rip her shirt? Like, genuine question. Like, if she's thrown from the ring, it's under her shirt, so it just like.
It is thrown
Boom.
from the ring.
Oh.
She is thrown as a swirl of energy has been formed around Odile for a moment. And yes, it does rip Odile's shirt, as the ring
We
was
see
under
your
her
scars now,
clothes.
bestie.
Mm.
Oh, lore.
However, Nyla lands hard on the ground, conscious, but completely unaware of where she is, what just happened, or what's happening, as the group and a strange spirit stands over her, slightly confused, I'm certain, but welcome back, Nyla.
Dwindle.
Nyla, May
Do we
just
not-
like,
Nope.
like you know, slides on her knees to like Nyla, and she's like, "What happened?"
Wait. I'm so happy that she's back, but we already have enough secrets to keep. Should we load this on her, or do we just put a blindfold on her?
No, we're not putting a blindfold on Nyla. We're telling her.
Alright.
I'm noticing a giant hole in her thing, so she's like bundling herself with her clothes. Like,
It took a second for May to realize that's Nyla. She on the floor. She looks up at Odd, back to Nyla. So, can I give a perception check?
Sure.
I'm gonna give a perception check.
does
you're
Dwindle
lucky.
look towards
Fine,
Odd
bestie.
either? Or does he just look directly still at Nyla the whole time?
You got an idea, he's like, oh, I should not look at her.
Oh, actually, we got a 13.
Pretty much. What?
It's pretty easy to see that Odd is now showing off, but not
Oh,
on
I
purpose.
meant like, yeah. I wanted to see.
Like, you can see that her chest is
Oh, not
kind of
her. Oh,
exposed.
I'm so sorry, bestie. Oh, ooh.
Her
You
chest
also
is kind of
notice-
exposed, but
Yeah, with a 13, you also notice Eddie has immediately just...
Yeah, I was like, hey, Eddie, can you tell me more about this hammer? As we look over here, and here.
oh, and that's her only
Oh.
shirt too.
And May did, yeah, May did not then crouch to Nyla. Then she would have just taken off her cloak and been just like, "Here you go, child," and held it up.
Like, I already just have myself partially covered, and I just take it and just wrap it around me, like,
And
welcome
then,
back to your main shirt.
yeah, it was a
I-
good idea to hold on to her, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
Eddie,
then
I
she looks
agree.
down to
Wait, you
Nyla.
two? Yes.
This is a bit